Happy New Week. It is Monday, the 24th of June, and this is WGTV Today. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Monday morning. I hope it's a good day for you.
Certainly hope so. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, and we have a great lineup today, Kim.
We
What's going on?
We do. We're going to have about 2 or 3 interviews today.
Oh,
We've got Bill CARR. He came on to talk with you about the Veterans Clinic that's opening soon.
Bill is my dear friend. I've known him a number of years, and he's quite a guy. And we're going to be talking about that opening of the Veterans Clinic and what it will do.
That's going to be an asset.
It certainly will. Certainly will. Certainly looking forward to that. Looking forward to talking to Bill as well.
Well, we also have Charity Johnson from the Partnership for Children and Safe Kids North Carolina and Wayne County. She's here to give us some updates on things happening regarding keeping your children safe and grandchildren. In your cars, mainly. In your cars.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You'll want to hear this one.
You certainly will. That's all today's show. And there's maybe 1 or 2 more.
All right. And a couple others. That's good. That's good. So we have a full show. Okay. Trivia question for today. What?
Oh, no, go, tell you about something that's happening today.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Today at Wayne Center, they're having a workshop called Let's Grow. This starts this morning from 9 to 12. So if you're interested in going today, you need to give them a call. Let's Grow, ages 6 to 10. This is for youngsters. Learn how plants grow and make our world a better place.
Oh, boy.
We'll learn about plants and how they grow and what they do for us. Participants learn how to care for plants, and they actually get to take a plant home. If you want to be a part of this, call 731-1527 this morning because it starts today at 9 o'clock and lasts until 12 noon.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. Now, here's today's trivia question. You know, 100 miles an hour is pretty fast.
Yes.
500 miles an hour is pretty fast. I think
that's really fast.
The speed of sound is like 700 at sea level, about 700 plus, 760 or so miles per hour. And that's very fast as well. But just think about it. 18 miles an hour is not very fast.
True.
18 miles a minute is a little faster. And 18 miles a second is really fast. That is very fast. And we know something that moves at 18 and a half, in fact, more than 18 and a half miles a second. What is it?
18 and a half miles a second.
Yes, let's talk about speed. Speed is our category for today. What moves at 18 and a half miles per second?
Not a clock.
Really fast. Not a clock.
Well, stay tuned. We'll find out at the end of the show.
At the end of the program.
Think about it. Get your ticker working this morning.
Yeah, get the old ticker ticking there. All right.
What else is happening?
Oh, everything.
Oh, there is a support meeting actually going on tonight at, I'm assuming at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Yes.
Okay.
Congestive heart failure support meeting.
Oh, boy.
Happening this evening from 6 until 8. The monthly meeting and support group will be held in the cardiopulmonary rehabilitation gym on the ground floor of the hospital. The topic for June will be following a low-sodium diet with Speaker Kirsten Taylor.
Yeah.
That is this evening at 6 o'clock, from 6 until 8, Wayne Memorial Hospital in the Cardiopulmonary Rehabilitation Gym. How about that?
And you mentioned that about sodium, and I got word just a little while ago that it seems that was it the CDC that made that determination?
Probably.
The AMA, American Medical Association, has decided to declare obesity as a disease.
Oh, really?
They have made obesity, they declared obesity as a disease, and that could have all sorts of ramifications in many different areas, but that's an interesting, and when you think about it, I think that's probably the right way to go with that, because it certainly is. It's gotten so out of hand. Not just overweight, we're talking obesity here. That
fast food and our food choices that we make because we're all in a hurry.
And you know, that is so true, and my feeling on all that is, and you see all this stuff that the pills that will help you fill up so you don't feel hungry. Well, that's, to me, as a layman, I'm not a doctor, I don't even play one on TV, but on the outside, all that seems to me to be ineffective. And the reason I say that is because the problem with eating is not whether or not you're full. Eating is a habit, except in, of course, third world countries. It's a habit to us here in America where we can constantly and immediately get our hands on something to eat all the time. And you all the time see, especially young people, they have the big drink in their hand, or they'll have candy, or they got to have this, or they got to have that. But it's a habit. It's not that you're hungry. I don't know, and you hear commercials on different media sources about I don't have enough money to buy food, I don't have this, I don't have that. Well, we have here in America, we have access to food. In fact, some of us have more access than we really need to have. I still say eating, and I'll talk to Dr. Steve when he gets in here, but about, and he's a psychologist, about food and eating being a habit more than whether or not you're full. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's Wayne's view. That's right. That is Wayne's
right,
view.
so there you go, Wayne's view.
Wayne's view. That's
Sounds
right.
like a mobile home park, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually.
There you go. All right. Which I don't know, which is fine. It's just fine.
So what's going on today? Do you have some
Well,
birthdays or things happening
man,
today?
yeah. Let me check out the birthdays and stuff here. I had birthdays here.
Did you lose them?
Yeah.
Wayne lost his birthday.
I lost my birthdays. Here we go. Birthdays for today. Today is the, well, it's the beginning of the week. Give me a break here.
That's right. It's
the 24th.
Monday morning.
By the way, last Friday, I failed to mention Bonnie Prince William's birthday. Prince William turned
How old?
30.
Wow.
30. He is the...
He got a baby on the way.
Yeah.
First grandchild.
30. Yeah. He is, of course, the older of the two boys there, of
right.
Charles and Diana. Also, let's see. We have a birthday today for Solange Knowles. Anybody?
Nope.
She's 26 today. That's Beyonce's younger sister.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Solange. Anyway, a birthday today for Yardbirds Jeff Beck. He went on to start his own group, and I don't remember the name of Jeff Beck's group, but he had a group.
Yardbirds?
He was with the Yardbirds.
That's a singing group.
That's the band. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Some of
I'm
us
just
don't
showing
know
my
that.
age here, which is really old. But he's 68 years today. Hard to believe. Joe Penny, is that name? He's 56 today. He was on Jake and the Fat Man as Jake Stiles, but he's also a very talented actor. He's one of my favorites. He's very good. He also plays a great bad guy. I mean, he is really good.
On what show?
Oh, well, he's not, I don't know anything he's on right
Okay.
now, but he was on Jake and the Fat Man. But he was on a bunch of other stuff. He was on a bunch of other stuff.
Okay,
Anyway,
well,
Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac having a birthday. Mick is
that group I know.
65 today. You know Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Michelle Lee of Knots Landing, she
Oh, yeah.
is 70 today. Can you believe
Wow,
that?
no.
Ian Glenn's having a birthday. TV actor, best known for his work on the shows Game of Thrones and Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
He is 51 years today. Those are the birthdays we have. If you'd like to add your birthday, send it to us. Email us at wgtv@waynegov.com, wgtv@waynegov.com.
That's right.
Might even mention it on the air.
Tomorrow is open mic at the Senior Center.
Oh,
what
that-
fun that's going to be.
That is fun.
If you have a talent and you want to share it, come on out to the Senior Center tomorrow, starting at 10:30 in the morning. Let's see, it's a program for you. This program is simple. We set up our PA system and microphone and allow seniors 3 to 5 minutes to address the group. You can sing, recite poetry, play an instrument, tell jokes, whatever your heart desires, as long as it's not offensive to others. For example, we do not allow profanity. This program is a lot of fun. You would be surprised how talented our seniors right here in our community are. Advanced registration is not required. Open mic is held the 4th Tuesday of every month. June 25th being the big day, 10:30 a.m. For more information on this, you can call the Senior Center at 919-705-1785.
That's the right
Tomorrow, that's the right number.
Yeah, that's it.
Good job.
1785, 705-1785.
There you go.
That's open mic.
Open
thing.
mic,
Yeah.
Senior Center.
No profanity, huh?
None.
Good.
That's
Good.
tomorrow morning, 10:30.
Yeah, you know what? That's overused anyway. You see things on television like Comedy Central and all those things. That's all you hear anymore. And
So
you know, for someone who's really funny, they don't need that. A real comedian, a true comedian, someone like Sinbad or Cosby or somebody like that, You don't need profanity to be funny.
You're
You need
exactly right.
profanity to fill in the blanks when you can't really think of anything to say, and people like that are not funny.
There we go again. That's Wayne's View.
Wayne's View. Okay, I better quit while I'm ahead here. You know, this week is June 23rd through the 29th is Lightning Safety Week. This time of year, of course, with thunderstorms and all, lightning can be extremely dangerous. So remember this: when thunder roars, go indoors. North Carolina is the 4th most dangerous state in the entire country for lightning. Lightning deaths and injuries. 629 people last year injured or died from lightning strikes. When thunder roars, go indoors. Lightning can strike you from as far as 10 miles away.
That is crazy.
Isn't that wild?
It
From
is.
between 5 to 10 miles away. And when somebody looks at their watch and say, well, that thunderclap there, that was 10 seconds ago, that was 10 miles away. No problem. Let's play ball.
That's a myth. That's not true.
That's right. It's not true. Don't do that. You can be struck by lightning from as far as 10 miles away. So when thunder roars, go indoors. Observe Lightning Safety Week. And go to your search engine, whether you use Google, which I don't. You use Google or Yahoo, and I just shouldn't have said that.
Wayne's View.
Or any of those search engines like Bing or any of those.
Whatever they are.
DuckGo's a good one. But you use any of those search engines, go and look up lightning and see how dangerous it really is. Think about what you're doing. Think about your kids outside now, all right? When thunder roars, go indoors.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's see. What else do we have today, Mr. Alley?
Well, Ms. Ma'am, I'm not really certain.
A day at the ballpark.
Oh, boy.
This Wednesday, starting at 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, Wayne County's 4-H will be hitting a home run with the Carolina Mudcats.
Really?
They're going to be taking a trip, the 4-H's are, to watch the Mudcats play in Zebulon, North Carolina.
Wow.
They're going to leave the Wayne Center at 10 a.m. and return to the Wayne Center by 4. Lunch will be provided. Your child will need some money for souvenirs and other snacks. If you want them to go on this field trip, this Wednesday from 10 until 4, the cost is $15. Give them a call, 731-1527.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that sounds like lots of fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun. Oh, boy. Okay,
I
who's up?
believe it's time to go to our interview, so stay tuned. We've got some good ones ahead, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
This morning, our guest in the studio is Kevin Johnson, the Director of the Cooperative Extension Service. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing,
Man,
Wayne?
I'm doing great. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing great.
The crops are looking great here in Wayne County.
Absolutely. Good rain, good weather.
Yeah.
You know, climate has just been very good for us this year, and so we're excited about our crops.
For the summer, we have an intern with us here in the studio, Donald Sutton, and he and I were riding around the other day. Could not help but notice what the corn looks just out of this world. It looks
Our
great.
corn crop was off to a good start. Now, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But as our viewers ride around, they'll notice that, you know, our corn is tasseling and silking, so it's in its reproductive stage. The most critical stage for getting rainfall, and of course, we need mild temperatures, and we're getting that right now. So the potential is there for a good corn crop, but we still have a ways to go.
It's so important that we get rain at a specific time for our corn to give us a good crop. Are we in that window, or are we there yet, or what?
We're in that window right now.
We are.
Yes.
So if we get a good amount of rain here over the next week or so at some point, then we'll be in good shape.
We'll be in really good shape.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
But I've noticed also, it seems we have a large wheat crop this year. Do we have a larger wheat crop?
Larger than normal, yes.
Really?
The largest wheat crop we've had on record. We have right at 41,000 acres in the county, and that's really being driven because of the markets. You know, the price for wheat is really good. Our livestock industry is utilizing our wheat crop. So yes, our wheat crop is it's actually a really good wheat crop this year. Our farmers are currently harvesting it, and yields are really good. So we're very excited about, you know, the prospects of our wheat crop. And
So I guess this means somebody's going to make a lot of bread.
Yeah.
With wheat.
Yeah, bread.
Huh?
Exactly.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
I like it. I like that.
Hey,
yeah.
write that one down, okay? All right. Okay, what else comes to the forefront as far as crops here in Wayne County this year?
Well, you know, we grow a variety of crops, but, you know, Wayne County's always been known for its flue-cured tobacco. And we do have usually around 10,000 acres of tobacco in our county, which makes us one of the largest tobacco growing counties in America. and our tobacco looks really good.
Okay, I've seen some good-looking tobacco fields.
Yeah, absolutely, and now it's a lot of the flowers are coming out.
Yeah.
So
Time to sucker.
It's time to top and sucker. That's right. So that's, the tobacco looks really good, but we have a cotton crop. Don't have the acres that we normally do, but we still have a significant amount of cotton.
Yeah.
And the cotton's coming along. We're planting soybeans right now. So right now, crop situation looks pretty good.
Somebody asked me the other day about chickpeas here in Wayne County. That's relatively new to this part of the country. Chickpeas, do you see any progress in that area?
Well, chickpeas would be a niche crop, and you really have to have a market.
Mm-hmm.
The potential is there if we can open up the markets, but right now it's just very small acres on chickpeas.
But the potential is there for if we can find a market.
If we can find the markets for it. And that would go for pretty much, any kind of small crop. If you can find the market, then, you could really expand on that. But, we have some other crops that are not what I call major crops, but they are significant, and that would be like sweet potatoes. Generally we have, 3,000 to 4,000 acres of sweet potatoes in the county, and in watermelons, we generally have, a little less than 1,000 acres of watermelons in the counties. And of course, this is the home of Mount Olive pickles, so, we have cucumbers.
We have to have cucumbers.
We have cucumbers, exactly.
Yeah. That's great. Well, we're doing pretty well then.
Yeah.
What about sorghum? I know sorghum was the
It was one of
crop.
the hot. It was a hot
crop.
It was a hot topic last year.
Yeah.
Because it was a new crop to the
Right.
area. And sorghum acres is probably going to be about like it was last year, maybe a slight increase.
Really? Okay.
But yeah, it's a nice crop that fits well into the rotation with our local farmers. Our local livestock industry is excited about the possibility of buying local grain. Anytime they can buy local grain, they don't have to ship it in from the Midwest.
Right.
So they don't have the transportation costs.
The expense is less expensive.
Exactly.
And for those who are not quite, who don't know what sorghum is, I just learned myself a couple of years ago. It looks like corn.
It looks like corn,
Looks
when it's coming up. And in fact, a lot of the older people call it milo.
Milo, sure.
Yeah, but it looks like corn when it's small, and then when it gets about 3 feet tall, a head will pop out. And it's when it matures out, it starts out as a green head, and then it turns red. And that was actually, we got a lot of calls at the office. People would say, "Well, what is that?
What is that?
What is
Red stuff."
Yeah, it looked like corn, but now it doesn't.
Right.
So, but it's actually grain sorghum.
And it's a feed grain. You feed this to livestock.
We're feeding it to livestock.
That's great, and thereby cutting the cost, the expense of shipping that in.
Yeah, like I say,
That's
anytime they can get something local, they are happy. Yes.
And speaking of local, I'm going to switch gears on you here.
All right.
What about the roadside stands this year? Now, Donald and I went out and stopped at a couple of roadside stands the other day, and oh boy, man, you can't beat it. You just can't beat roadside stand for fresh produce, fantastic veggies. That's the way to go.
Yeah, that's a term that we like to use now is local foods.
Yeah.
And of course, if you go to our produce stands, you can get local foods.
Yeah.
Sweet corn, we do have sweet corn right now.
Man.
So, if our listeners want to go out and get some local sweet corn, go on out to those stands. You can get that. Of course, you can get strawberries. The season is over for that now, but we had a good strawberry season.
We did.
And but yeah, there's tons of things you can get: tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. There's so much local food we can get, and anytime you buy local, of course, that's helping our local economy,
Yes,
and that's important.
Helping the farmers, local farmers.
Exactly.
Because it seems that the farming community is dwindling to some degree. Is that
the
right?
numbers, it seems like there is a trend for our numbers are going down for farmers. Not that we have any less agriculture. Basically, a lot of our farmers are getting bigger. And but, there are a lot of smaller people out there that are trying to grow produce, and they're doing well with it, to be honest, because I think people are really excited and interested in eating fresh local food that's healthy for us.
Yeah, it is that.
Yeah.
delicious too.
Oh yeah, it's very
And you
delicious.
support the farmers. You get fresh veggies and fruits, and oh boy,
Oh boy, that's
boy,
right.
it's so good.
That's right. You can actually hurt yourself if you start eating too much.
Well, I do. I do. Well, look, what's going on with the agriculture just in general, or at Wayne Center? Anything happening over there right now?
Well, you know, there's always a lot going on at the Extension office.
Right.
You know, I like to let our listeners know that we have family consumer science programs going on. So, you know, if you're interested in health and nutrition, you know, please, you know, get up with Christine Smith. You know, we have Michelle Estrada over there.
Yes.
Michelle has got a lot going on. She works with our seniors, energy conservation. There's so many other things. The one thing that's really exciting that's going on is our 4-H summer camps are going on right now
that's
at
right.
the Wayne Center.
Yeah.
So we have a ton of summer camps, and there are children and I like youth, excited youth are coming to the Wayne Center every day, and there's some kind of interesting camp.
Yeah.
And that is a hot item. When we send out the program for that every year, I mean, within days, all those camps are full because people are really excited about those camps, and we have some great camps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I hope that most of our listeners have children, grandchildren, neighbors that are at the camps, and but there's so many other things going on. Jessica Strickland.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she is our horticulture agent, and you know, she is out there working with our master gardeners, and they're working with our citizens on gardening, lawns, you know, all kind of stuff.
It's the Cooperative Extension Service. You cover just about everything that has to do with anything. Food and lifestyle and 4-H and a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, exactly.
How old is that building?
That building was built, or it was completed in 1959. So it's almost 60
some years old.
60 some years old. Yeah. So.
And I hadn't planned on getting into this, but there is a need for a larger, more modern, more current, less drafty building. Would you say?
You know, and that building when it was built 60 some years ago was probably a cutting edge building. But you know, agriculture is still the main economic engine in our community, and there's a huge need. I've got staff working in closets. Seriously, I really have people in closets, and you've seen that before.
I've seen that, yes.
And so, you know, soil and water, which is downstairs, you know, their space, they have stuff up under the steps, and you know, it's just not the most conducive environment for what we're doing. You know, there has been a lot of conversation about a new ag building, and of course that would include Cherry Farm and CEFS, which is the Center for Environmental Farming Systems, and it would include Cooperative Extension, Soil and Water, and the Farm Service Agency. And it would be a great center for our ag community, and not really just our ag community, but for Wayne County citizens, because you know, 4-H would utilize this, our family and consumer science programs would utilize this, and it could be utilized by other aspects of our community. So there's a lot of conversations going on. We're excited about the possibilities, and we're glad that it's at least being talked about.
Yeah, it is being talked about, and there is a need for it. Absolutely. So we'll stop right there. Maybe we can pick up on that again a little later on.
Hopefully so.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, very quickly. You got a new guy in your office.
We do. We're very excited. Mr. Tyler Whaley.
Tyler Whaley.
Tyler Whaley. He is from Lenoir County, so he's just right down the road.
Wait a minute. He's from Lenoir County?
Lenoir County, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I know.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
But we're very excited. Tyler is, he comes well recommended from the university. He comes from a strong farming family, and we're very excited about him. He's already been out with our farmers. A lot of the farm community already knew Tyler and his family, so we're very excited. He's ready to go. He's farm ready. Yeah.
Farm ready.
Farm ready.
He is
that's a new
ready.
term for the day. Farm ready.
I like that. All right. Kevin, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank
Kevin
you,
Johnson.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Kevin Johnson is the Director of the Cooperative Extension Service in Wayne County. Well, every once in a while, somebody comes in the studio I haven't seen in a long time. It's my friend Bill CARR. Bill is with me today, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you. God bless you, son. It's so good to see you.
Bill, it's always good to see you, sir.
Oh, don't hurt my eye.
Oh, now
that's
stop
all
that.
right. Okay. Dadgum.
Oh, man, got to get that fixed.
Good to see you,
Look,
son.
man, you have such a background. A Marine, you were in the Marines for, how long were you in the Marines?
21 years, 9 months, and 15 days.
So I guess that pretty much makes you a Marine for sure.
It does. I'd have stayed for 30, but I got hurt a little bit, and I still miss it, Wayne, because, you know, you just got you talking about it. Once a Marine, always a Marine, son.
That's right. That's right.
And I still miss it.
Now, after the Marines, is that when you were on radio, or were you on radio before the Marines?
Well, to tell you the truth, before I retired, I was down here at Cherry Point, and they got me to be a disc jockey over there at WMBL in Red City. Old Bob did. I don't know if he's the owner or what he was, but I was a disc jockey on the weekends over there.
That station's still going too, by the way.
I
you know.
know it. They don't have country music.
No, they don't. No, that's quite a station, but that's all right. Country boy Bill CARR in the studio with us, and I'm happy you're here, sir.
Thank you, Wayne.
Now, you also have held positions as the in local civic organizations.
Yes.
The Purple Heart organization,
Right.
and the Patriots.
Right.
You're active in whatever you can be active in.
Amen, Wayne. I tell you, I miss being in the Marines so much, and being in the organizations that I'm in now. Just it kind of brings back memories in the Marine Corps, because there's always a Marine somewhere around, and we get to talk old times.
That's right.
And so I'm just happy to have the positions I do, like the military affairs going on right now.
And that's through the city of Goldsboro.
Yes.
Well, they've got a good man in you, and I appreciate you coming in. You also have recently, a couple of years ago, I believe, right? You were awarded the
Longleaf Pine.
Order of Longleaf Pine.
Longleaf Pine. That's the best award I've ever received, Wayne. It's not too many people have got this, and I'm so proud to say I'm in high cotton with this award. And Billy Graham was one of the first ones to get it.
That's right.
And Michael Jordan, and the lady that says all the poems, she's in it.
Maya Angelou.
Yes, yes, I love that lady.
Yeah.
And people like that. So, boy, I feel
you are in high cotton.
I am. I love it, and I thank the one Efton for putting me up for it.
Efton Sager. Yeah.
He used to be on your show.
Yeah, Efton's a good friend.
Yes, sir.
Well, look, I drug you in here today to talk to you about this building that's running in the background here. It is the new Department of Military, the VA, Department of Veterans Affairs. It's the VA outpatient clinic.
Yes.
This is a brand new building. We are very excited about this. This is an outpatient clinic that's being built across from the hospital, out just off Wayne Memorial Drive.
Yes.
At the end of the street there. And we're all excited about this. This means a lot for veterans here in Wayne County.
Wayne, it does. I tell you, if I can take these sunglasses off.
Okay.
I didn't know they were sunglasses. But anyway, yes, you know, the guys that can't get to Duke or Fayetteville have a chance now to go over here to this little hospital. I call it a little hospital because I think they're going to have everything a big hospital has.
They are, as I understand it, but it's still an outpatient clinic. Now,
Yes.
they'll be able to take care of some things, and some of the bigger problems that are affecting our veterans, they will then have to go on to Duke or rather to Durham or to Fayetteville.
They'll be referred to Duke or to Fayetteville. Right now, they refer people like me to Fayetteville.
Yeah, but this is quite this is big. This is big for Wayne County veterans, and we have a lot of veterans in the area who will be using this facility.
We do. We got so many that, like I said, cannot afford to go to the VA at Fayetteville or Duke. And when they do go, they're paid, travel pay, but that doesn't make up for good.
Well, there's time involved, and there's never enough reimbursement.
Never enough.
Never enough.
But this is going to be a good place to go, and they're already working on helping the veterans out. And I think I told you the gentleman that's over there, the doctor that's going to be in charge, Dr. Dean Maynard.
He's Dean Maynard.
Yeah, the lead physician.
Okay, lead physician.
Yes, and Rebecca Wilford is the lead nurse.
Okay.
So they're going to be over there.
All right.
And, they're the ones in charge.
Now, what have you heard about the timeline as far as when it's going to open or when they'll be able to take patients?
Yes. Now, we've heard several words on this, but the final word I got on this was today. The 29th of July is when they're going to have the grand opening. They're going to open that thing up with a pair of scissors out
All
there.
right.
And so the 29th of July.
Okay.
But they're going to start taking patients. They call it soft opening.
A soft opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're going to start taking patients then, a few patients at a time.
All right.
And there's another date in there somewhere. What is 6th of July? That's when they're really going to start.
All right. So they're going to start on the 6th, but they'll have the grand opening on the 29th?
29th,
All
right.
And they'll start with the soft opening, taking a few patients at a time,
Right.
and then gradually increase the number of patients coming through there.
Yes.
And of
yes.
course, as we said, for the lesser problematic situations with our veterans, they'll be able to handle a lot of those, if not all of them, and then the more serious problems, they'll be forwarded on to Durham and Fayetteville.
Right. Wayne, if I could say this too while we're at it.
Well, you can say anything you want to say.
I knew you'd say that. This is Wayne Alley, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say just one thing about something that I think the VA is falling short on, and I don't mean real short, because I love the VA. They've helped so many veterans out.
Well, if there's a problem, we want to hear about
Yes,
it. What is it?
There's something called PTSD out there.
Yes, there is.
And there's a lot of veterans out there that's got this problem. And I'm telling all of you now, if you got this problem of depression, go on down there and see Sean down at the VA, or see somebody that's connected with the VA, and let them help you. Let them write up a claim for you and put you down for this PTSD. I don't want to see any more veterans out there killing themselves. My brother killed himself, and it's not funny. It's not fun to see your own brother put a gun in his mouth and pull the trigger.
I tell you, PTSD is a very serious problem. We've had Dr. Stephen Peters in from Cherry Hospital talking about that and talking about how serious it is. It's not only military, but we are talking about military right now. The military
Right.
seems to be, so many people are affected by this.
Amen.
Civilians as well, but the military coming back from overseas duty anywhere,
Right.
It kind of hits them. And when it does, it can be very, very serious. So Sean Moore is your connection at
Right.
the Veteran Services
Sean
Office.
Moore.
That's right.
That's her.
And she can help you out a lot.
Sean's a good lady. She was in the Army 8 years, and she helps us out all the time. Wayne, if anybody out there has got a problem, there's so many out there. I saw it in the Marine Corps, and I got commissioned in there, and some officers I know had it, but they were afraid to go forward and say they had it because of...
They're afraid it would jeopardize their commission
Exactly.
and their position.
Exactly.
And that's a shame.
They'd be put out.
It's a shame.
Something. But please go see somebody if you got PTSD, depression. That's what it is. Depression.
Sean's at the Veteran Services Office, and that's at 2001 East Ash Street.
Right.
Right next to the Senior Center, and right there next to the Literacy Connection.
Right.
She is good.
They're
She
there
can
Monday
help.
through Thursday from about 7 o'clock till midnight or something like that. Not that late, but she's there. The only day she's off is Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
But she's there, her and a girl named Sandy.
Yeah. All right, Bill, thank you so much. Again, the Veterans Outpatient Clinic is opening, taking patients, a soft opening on the 6th, with a grand opening, the ribbon cutting on the 29th. And I believe you said Dr. Dean Maynard
Dean, yes, sir.
is the head physician, lead physician there. Rebecca Wilford is the head or the lead nurse.
Lead nurse.
And we're looking forward to our VA outpatient clinic opening up here. And man, it's good to see you again.
Oh, good to see you. Wayne's like a son to me, son. I'm so glad to see him, folks.
All right. Well, let's do a show together. Let's do
Okay.
it. Let's do it. Do you dance?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I
Well,
dance.
we're going to boogie.
Bluegrass too.
There you go.
Amen.
Bill Carr. Thank you so much,
Wayne.
buddy.
Thank you.
Now we're back on WGTV today. What a great series of interviews those were. Really enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, what's going on?
We have open mic at the Senior Center, Mr. Alley.
Really?
We do. It is tomorrow morning, actually. Tomorrow morning from 10:30 to 11:30. Don't cost you a thing.
Oh, boy.
If you're a senior and you have some kind of talent that you would like to share, go on out to the Senior Center on Ash Street. They'll set up their PA system, have a microphone out there, and you can have 3 to 5 minutes to address the group. You
Wow.
can sing, recite poetry, play an instrument, tell jokes, whatever you want to do, as long as you don't use any profanity. I've lost the second half of this. Oh well, I'll do it from memory.
There you go.
But you have 3 to 5 minutes to
3 to 5.
entertain the group and share
Wow.
your talent. That's right. That's tomorrow morning, 10:30 to 11:30, Senior Center. Won't cost you a thing.
That sounds
Go
like a
have
lot
some
of fun.
fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And the number out there is 705-1785. 705-1785.
That's right.
So call and get more information about that from Aaron or whoever who may answer the phone.
They can all
right?
tell, they can all tell you.
That's right. Well, here's the answer to today's trivia question.
We
You
need
ready
the,
for
that's
this?
right.
Okay.
We need the answer.
You ready for this? Okay.
Moving fast.
Speed was the category for today's trivia question. Now, 100 miles an hour is fast, 500, 700 miles an hour is fast, 18 miles an hour is not real fast, 18 miles
Per
a
second.
minute is not real fast, but 18 miles a second is fast. What moves at faster than 18.5 miles per hour?
I don't know. I want to hear.
The
Tell me.
answer is you are standing on it. It is Earth. Earth moves at 67,000 plus miles per hour, which equates to 18.6 miles per second.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? Can
Not
you
me.
feel it?
I didn't guess.
Your hair blowing back in the wind, you know. Ah!
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Okay. Okay.
What's crawling at the cliffs?
What?
What's crawling at the cliffs of the
Oh,
Noose?
crawly things, I guess. I don't know.
I
What's
don't know.
crawling at the cliffs?
Well, this Sunday you can find out. From Sunday from 3 to 4 at the Cliffs of the Noose, it says, come on and explore the exciting world of insects.
Oh, wow.
Discover what makes an insect an insect.
Okay.
But how they're also beneficial to our environment. And that's one thing that actually is a misconception. Meet the park ranger at the visitor center for a discussion about these fascinating creatures.
There you go. He's a creature.
If you want to find out more about them, call the Cliffs of the Noose. But it's this Sunday from 3 until 4. Find out what's crawling at the Cliffs
I'm
of
just
the Noose
kidding,
State Park.
Ed. I'm just kidding here.
he's
You're not a
fantastic.
creature.
A lot of us are creatures of habit.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant. No, that's good. That's when Sunday?
That's this Sunday.
That's good.
That's right.
All right. Well, some pen names are fairly well known for what they are. Most people know that Mark Twain, of course, was Samuel Clemens.
Yep.
The outing of Richard Bachman is a pen name. We had this trivia question the other day. Richard Bachman is a pen name used by Stephen King. Was well publicized and inspired King's novel The Dark Half.
That's right.
Now, some pen names you don't see coming, though, and assume the name on the book cover is the real name of the real person that wrote the real book. Here is one that may throw you for a loop. The name is Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll might sound delightfully British to American ears, but Charles Ludwig Dodgson
Was his real name?
was his real name. He adopted his pen name in 1856 because, according to the Lewis Carroll Society of North America, he was modest and he wanted to maintain the privacy of his personal life. So when letters addressed to Lewis Carroll arrived at Dodgson's offices in Oxford, England, he would refuse them to maintain deniability. He'd send them back. He came up with the alias by Latinizing Charles Ludwig into Carolus Ludovicus. Ludovicus.
Wow.
Loosely anglicizing that into Carol Lewis and then changing it to Lewis Carroll. It was chosen by his publisher from a list of several possible pen names.
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll.
What has he written that's so famous?
Uh,
Alice in Wonderland?
yes, Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, there you go. Lewis Carroll.
Not to be confused with Animals of Wonderland, which
Absolutely not.
was recently happening here in Wayne County.
Yes.
And there are others as well. I'll give you some other pen names and from where they came later in the week. Okay?
Right, that's right.
All right.
Well, starting today was the summer camp, you know, at the Arts Council, and we need to
Oh,
make
yeah.
a trip out there.
We do.
We need to go participate in some of Sarah's art classes she has over there because they're going to be really interesting.
That sounds like fun to me.
That's right. You know, some are about different landmarks all across the community. Yeah, that's the community, guys, by the way. But that would be pretty cool.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
That's community.
I like community is good.
Yes, it is. Oh, my goodness. What else is happening around here?
Oh, a little bit of everything there. Lightning week this week, so
Yes, it is.
when you, as the saying goes, when lightning roars, when thunder roars, go indoors. That's what it says.
Yeah, you've told us that a time or two.
Did I?
We know all now about lightning.
All right, today
That's
is
right.
Monday the 24th, the celebration of the Census Day, and today is also Take Your Dog to Work Day.
But get approval from your boss
Yeah.
first, I would
Yes.
suggest.
I would
highly.
suggest the same thing because, you know, you
Take your dog to
take your
work.
son to work, take your daughter to work, take your mom to work, take your dog to work.
Now you get to take your dog.
That's right. All right.
That could be interesting. What if you have multiple dogs? Do you get to take them all?
Oh,
about
how
that?
do you pick and choose? I don't know. Now, if you work at a kennel, that's great.
If you work for city or county government, maybe not so much.
Not so
Can
much.
you imagine bringing all your dogs to work? I can't.
Well, I can't either. Of course, that would be if I had dogs. I can't have
You don't
dogs.
have any?
I don't have any. Do you?
4.
Wait a minute.
What if I come rolling in with 4 dogs on
4
leashes?
dogs.
That would be hilarious.
Okay, that was hilarious is not the word that comes to mind. But what kind of dogs
Don't worry,
do you have?
not going to do that.
Okay.
A Maltese, which actually was my daughter's and ended up being mine. I know many of you know how that goes.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
That's a little dog, little inside dog.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a English Springer Spaniel.
Oh, nice.
Roscoe is his name.
Roscoe. Hey,
Roscoe,
Roscoe.
the Springer Spaniel. Then we have Drake, which is a beautiful golden retriever. He's kind of like that red color.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is such a sweet, sweet
Nice.
dog. Then we have Maggie, who we rescued from the animal shelter about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she is one of our outside dogs, and she is probably, out of all of them, the smartest dog of all, of course.
Really? Maggie?
Maggie's smart as a whip.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Maggie.
So 3 big dogs and 1 little dog that was supposed to be yours, Haley, and it ended up being mine. There you go.
Okay, there you go. All right.
So
Are we ready?
I believe we're ready.
Okay,
That
well,
is
this-
about all for today.
That's it for today. So join us as we repeat today at noon, then again at 5:30, and then again later on in the evening here on WGTV as we talk about who's on tomorrow's program. Who's on
That's
tomorrow's
right.
program?
Mark Wilson's here from Goldsboro Parks and Recreation.
Yes, he is.
We got
All
a
right.
great update on things happening around our community. United Way, I believe we had Catherine here.
Catherine Lachaud is with us from United Way.
Animal adoption.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And Cliffs of the Noose, all on tomorrow's show.
Wow,
So stay
that's a good
tuned. Remember,
show.
these shows are also archived on YouTube.
I think I'll be here to watch.
I think you should be.
I think we should, yes. Okay, so until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.